If I see him again, I'll wring his neck. I knew I liked you.
Alright people, McSaladin here again. Welcome back to some more Baldurs Gate 3 Honor Mode. Starting off this episode a little differently, where I've done a little trick to get Raphael to show up in my camp. You do this by avoiding his first conversation you can have with him. Have another character go behind him and attack him while he's talking to your main character. He will then show up in your camp when you try to go to the Githyanki Creche. You'll be forced into a long rest, and Raphael will be here. You then cast silence on him with Shadowheart and have Karlach beat him, knock him out, then take his Helldusk Armour, any gold you want, and his diary is here too. And now Karlach's going to be extremely overpowered now that she has his armour. Make sure you're doing non-lethal strikes so that you just knock him out. It'll take about 5 minutes of just beating away at him because he will dodge a lot of attacks. But after that, just end silence and continue on with his story. And then we'll go straight into Act 2, or the start of Act 2, where the Githyanki Creche is. And the first fight I'm going to do is against these Death Wardens. Because I have the Helldusk Armour on Karlach now, I'm feeling pretty confident. And if you've stole a scroll of Slate Storm from any of the merchants, I've got about 10 of these that I've stolen by now. It's really one of the best spells in the game. I'm going to have Shadowheart cast it. These people are going to be slipping and falling and barely being able to move towards us. And I'm going to keep Shadowheart kind of back out of the action. And then I'm going to move in my other characters. Karlach, she has some boots that stop difficult terrain from impeding her movement, and she can't slip on grease or ice, so she's going to be fine to walk right in there. I'm just going to end turn base just to move Shadowheart a bit further away and quickly re-enter it, so that her Sleet Storm is staying in place. We don't want her to get attacked or lose concentration on the Sleet Storm, so I'm hiding her back there. And now Astarion can move in. Let's see, Shadowheart was over here. We'll try to just hit this Death Warden with a nice stealth attack. Did that land? Was that a miss? Yeah, I think that was a miss actually. Well, we'll just have Astarion hide here. The enemy won't be able to really get to him. We'll move him back a little bit, but hopefully the enemy will be slipping and falling on the way over here. And then I'll move my main character over to this same area where stealth rolls seem to be easy to pass in the obscured sort of shadow of that bush. Did that land? Don't think so, but we'll keep wearing down this Death Warden. Dread Ambusher attack. Or better apply Hunter's Mark actually, so we're doing more damage. We really want to get the Death Wardens out of the way quickly, because they will just keep resurrecting all the ghouls around here if you put any of those down. Nice there, we've finally got a big hit. And come on, oh, missed that shot. But oh well, we did take a huge chunk of his health there. So I'll just move my main character back a little. And now Karlach, who's suited up in the Helldusk Armour. I've forgotten to disguise her as a Githyanki, because she's got a big Githyanki sword that she does more damage when she has it equipped. So I'm looking for this helmet that allows her to shapeshift. We're going to turn her into a Githyanki female. Now she'll do more damage with the big Githyanki greatsword we took from the Gith in Act 1. And because she's wearing the Helldusk Armour, she's going to be taking a lot less damage. And also her strength is going to be boosted so that she can actually wear... yeah, the Night Warden boots, those are the boots that stop her from slipping on ice or grease, I'm pretty sure. We took them from Nier in the Underdark in Grimforge. So we're just going to try to have Karlach jump in here pretty close to these guys. She's obviously going to get spotted because she's not really that stealthy, Karlach. Okay, she can't attack. We have to skip her turn. Shadowheart. Well, can you do anything from here? Again, I kind of want you to be out of range. You can cast Sanctuary on Karlach for us. So that Death Warden can't do anything to her, and we'll try to walk past her. And thus slip on the ice, hopefully. Okay, these are some ghouls or whatever. They're not going to be able to get to us because they're going to walk onto the ice eventually and just start slipping and falling. Okay, now Karlach can get in some damage. I've respec'd her into a fighter because wearing the Helldusk Armour, she can no longer make use of Frenzy or Rage because wearing heavy armour, it disables Rage mode or whatever. So I've respec'd her into a fighter. A lot of people will be like, why don't you just use Lizelle now then? Well, simply I just still prefer Karlach. I just like her more as a character. And I think she has a bit more strength than Lizelle. I think she's at 18 strength and Lizelle is at 17. Although I could be wrong about that, but yeah, I do take the point that now that Karlach's a fighter instead of a barbarian, we could swap her. And then I wouldn't have to bother changing her into a Githyanki to get the bonus effects from Githyanki gear. But yeah, I kind of just like using Karlach more, so I'm going to continue on this way through the entire playthrough. Karlach will be a fighter now. Not going to multi-class her into anything else really. We're just going to go with full-on fighter. She's going to get menacing strike, trip attack. If she can land a trip attack and then a menacing strike to put frightened on an enemy and make them frightened while they're prone, and then just whack away at them with like the soul breaker sword that we get, it's going to be so powerful. And the fact she's wearing Helldusk Armour is also going to be so useful for us. Again, rest of this fight is pretty much just wearing down these enemies while they're all slipping around on the sleet and ice. Sleet Storm is really the best spell in the game in my opinion. It does everything you would ever really want from a spell. Slowing down the enemy, making them go prone, and because I have boots that don't affect me, I can send in my big brawler tank and they can do all kinds of stuff on the enemy while they're prone. So yeah, we'll try menacing strike. Can we put fear on this guy? Oh, I think he saved that attack. Oh well. I kind of like having action surge on Karlach and the ability to do second wind. It is a shame that her barbarian stuff becomes impeded by the Helldusk Armour. But again, you don't have to do that trick with Raphael and get the Helldusk Armour really early if you don't want to. It is very cheesy, but it is honor mode, and I think people can use every advantage they can get really. So yeah, that was just a little trick at the start to get Raphael into my camp. And then I'm just showing how then you can do really hard fights like these Death Wardens without much fear, because Karlach's going to be taking a lot less damage. And also, if you have the Scroll Slate, you don't really even need the Helldusk Armour to defeat these guys. It's just as long as they're always tripping and falling around over here, it's just going to be really simple. A lot of people like to actually avoid this fight until they deal with the Githyanki Crash first. Which might be wise if you're not confident in your skills or you're not overpowered. But yeah. Oh no, Ice Storm ran out. Oh no. I know no, that's me concentrating on Hunters Mark. I thought Shadowheart was still concentrating on the Ice Sleet Storm. But oh well, the Death Wardens or Death Shepherds or whatever they're called, they're pretty much gone now, and it's just us against the ghouls, and they're not really too bad on their own. It was just the way the Death Wardens could keep resurrecting them that was a pain. Oh yeah, Karlach can also fly. Now that she has the Helldusk Armour, that's another amazing ability to have this early on. Being able to fly out of reach places and stuff. The Helldusk Armour is just amazing. Okay, Shadowheart, just throw in an Guiding Bolt. Come on, just hit him. Come on. Nice. And does Karlach need healed? Well, she needs a little bit of healing. That'll put Blade Ward and Bless on her because of the boots or the gloves that Shadowheart's wearing. And yeah, we're just wiping the floor with these ghouls at this point. They're just completely outmatched by the powerful weaponry I have and how leveled up my characters are. I think everyone's level 7 at this point, or maybe level 6. But yeah, we are pretty powerful. These guys didn't really stand a chance with the combination of Sleet Storm and Karlach just being completely overpowered. Karlach has now become godlike, as I like to call her. And if you give her like a elixir of the Colossus or Hill Giant strength potions combined with a big Githyanki sword and the Helldusk Armour, she is just a complete god. So thanks for watching, people, and I'll see you again next time with some more Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode.